I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to another day of Staying Salty. My name is Ashley, and I upload on Wednesdays on this channel. This week we are discussing the mental side of cystic fibrosis and just our experiences and the effects. So, if you were to ask me about 4 years ago if I had ever experienced anything mental with CF, I would have said no. It's something I thought would never happen with me, and I thought I would never experience different mental situations regarding cystic fibrosis. But in 2015, after I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis liver disease, it really took a toll on my body, and not just physically and emotionally, but also mentally. After getting out of the hospital, I had flashbacks back to when I was there, usually like a sound or a word or just random things would trigger and have my mind go back to when I was in the hospital. And it wasn't really fully diagnosed, but it was a teeny little bit of PTSD. I don't have it, but it was just kind of like the after effects from the hospital. But because of that hospital stay, I developed a little bit of anxiety. Because, most CFers, they get anxious for doctor's appointments and such. But for me, every time I went to my doctor's appointments for follow-ups or follow-up procedures after the 2015 hospital stay, I would just start crying or get very overwhelmed. Just because I would always think that I would get hospitalized again, because the cystic fibrosis liver disease, it came out of nowhere, and it just became like this mental thought, I'm just going to get hospitalized every time I go in for doctor's appointments. And it took me a long time to get better with the anxiety. I still get anxious for appointments, but it's not as bad as it used to. I think what has helped with the anxiety is just praying, taking deep breaths, and just trying to relax. Something that my mom and I started doing was just make the appointment fun, and when we would go up there, we would not talk about serious things and not really talk about the hospital, just have positive thoughts and just do stuff that would always make me laugh. And then afterwards, we have this tradition where we go to either my favorite store or we go and get Chinese food. And that's been a tradition ever since, just because it's kind of like a yay, you did it, you went to your appointment. So that's definitely helped me with my anxiety and learning to deal with that. It's not, again, I'm not like fully diagnosed or anything with anxiety, but it is something that I've dealt with since 2015. Also, in 2015 in October, I suffered like a month-long episode of depression, and this was caused because one of my very close CF friends was not doing well. Her lungs were going downhill very fast, and I thought I was going to lose her, and I just got in this mental state of, if she doesn't live, what's the point anymore? There's no point, when am I going to see a cure to this illness? And I just got in this really bad mental state, really depressed. I wouldn't want to do any activities. I hated going to school when I loved school. I didn't want to talk with my friends. I didn't want to do my school assignments. I would wait until the very last minute, about seconds or minutes before it was due, and just turn in what should have been an F grade of an assignment. But a lot of the teachers knew what was happening and understood, and were definitely gracious with me and helping me get my grades up. But it was not easy. I mean, I would come home and I would set my backpack down by the door and I would just crawl into bed, and I would either sleep, eat, watch YouTube, or Netflix. I wouldn't want to interact with anyone. And I just got in this mental state thinking like no one understands, no one cares. So I never thought that I would be here sitting today telling people that I had a month-long episode of depression. But once I got the call that she was doing better and that she was receiving new lungs, and it's like the burden lifted off of me. She's doing better, by the way. She's doing better. But that was probably one of the hardest things for me to go through. Those are the only 3 really big mental things that have affected me regarding cystic fibrosis, with anxiety, month-long depression, a little bit of PTSD. Again, not all of these were doctor diagnosed, but I kind of knew that's what they were. So whenever someone discusses mental side of CF or anything like that, I understand it now, and I understand a little bit of what they go through. Not a lot, but I understand a little bit because I went through a little bit. And it is a serious thing to talk about, and I have learned from my experiences that you don't want to hold in your emotions or how you're feeling, because when you hold it in, it only makes it worse, and it doesn't help the situation at all. So definitely having the support of your friends and your family or your mentors and your doctors definitely help. So yeah, that's my experiences with the mental part of CF. I hope that our videos help you this week, and just kind of give you the feeling that you're not alone if you are struggling with any of this, because it's something that affects a lot of us in different ways. So that's it for my video today, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.